Okay, so where are we? Um we are in the we're in the ruined mansion. And just gonna roll into roll 20. We're in the ruined mansion. You've received a message from Gavin. Um Aragin. Aragin wanted to stay and wait for this thing that Sir Gregory reckons is coming. And Sir Gregory just says, listen, my son, you're very brave and you're very capable. I'm proud of you, but you haven't thought this through. This is something that's going to happen. And I've seen it as surely as I've seen something which has already happened. I'm a diviner wizard. I'm quite a good one now. So I know this. You can't make it not happen by being here. So if you stay with me, it's going to happen anyway. I don't know how it would happen anyway, but let's take an educated guess. Kills you first. So having lots of guards around me isn't going to stop it happening, and it probably just means they get killed too. I can't stop it happening. All I can do is hope to delay it and hope that in my solitude nobody else is killed with me. I sense you think my decision is cowardly. Very well. I accept your chastisement. I am cowardly, but not for my own sake, for yours.
Not
Next time I
cowardly,
see
but not noble even.
No, I would say.
But I think we need to. I just fucking elbow to dash in the ribs. But I think we need to try and stop whatever's coming. Because if it doesn't stop with you, then it might come for me anyway. Well, hopefully Maynard.
What? Well, sorry,
well,
in the write-up, it said it could come for
studying the books.
one of Bannofix's descendants too. I couldn't quite understand how that could happen because I thought it was linked to Olan.
Were they one and the same? Because there was a bit of relations between families, shall we say?
You can't.
Okay.
You can't stop it. You can't stop it. Death comes for all of us, but it's unwise to pursue it. Well, next time I see Sir Clydmont and Lady Gregory, I'll tell them you were here, and I'm sure you get a warm welcome in Greystone later. But don't stay here now. There's nowhere for so many people to sleep, for a start. This nursemaid monster is an evil menace. I think it's a fine thing that you're going to chase her. If you can destroy her, I'm sure you will all deserve and receive fame and respect. I hope you're careful because underestimating an enemy like this could be fatal. She'll set traps and seek out allies. I want to give you some advice on something different altogether. The Duke is getting old and sick, sicker even than me. And when he dies, and I've got no insight into when that might be, there's no clear heir. Those with the clearest claims are not necessarily the people best placed to press those claims. I don't know this for a fact, but I have strong suspicions that certain people with, let's say, tenuous claims will not only be looking to protect their positions, which is understandable, but press a claim themselves. I suspect there might be some violence. And again, I've no insight into how much. I just want to make sure that you're ready for that. If people have to choose sides, those who choose the wrong side may be ruined or killed.
Okay. Do we have a clear
I'm
idea?
not surprised by this.
Do we have a clear idea of who has the best claim?
Sorry, which Duke is this? Sorry,
The Duke of Tarathian.
Of Tarathian.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, cool.
So do we know who his descendants are? Is it possible that Aragin has
He's got no descendants.
continuous claim? Oh.
The Duke.
So
we are talking about the Duke.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Duke has no descendants, or at least he has no legitimate descendants. Well, it's very conceivable he may have illegitimate descendants. He hasn't acknowledged any, but when he was a younger man, it's well known that he was indiscreet. Well, I know, for example, the Earl of Dunscara is busy collecting quite a large force in Dunscara, and there doesn't seem to be any other reason that I can see.
Right, in partnership
Yeah,
with the wolf, right?
The wolf is his brother.
Right.
So yes, you'll have met the wolf.
And so what does it say here? I'm looking at the genealogy, and we're talking about Duke Andrew of Tarathian, right?
Yes, of course.
So Lady Mary of Greystone would have a claim. Is that what this is saying?
Well, there are plenty of distant relatives.
Wait, that's our mother though, right? What?
No,
Sorry,
no, but she is a distant relation.
Good enough.
Actually, she is a great grandmother. He's taking all these books out. He's flicking through these books, and he's going, yes, yes. Well, let's see. If we go back to the Duke's own great grandfather, then, well, Lady Lisa of Alduin, Lady Greystone, Lady Mary of Greystone, poet of the North. She died in 1225.
Right. Well, then her claim won't be so strong.
This, I remember her. I was very young. She is my grandmother.
Where are you still seeing this family tree?
Yes. I'm looking at there's two family trees. There's the Duke Andrew of Tarathian, and then there's the Sir Bannofix of Greystone family tree here.
Where have you got that?
I'm I'm on history, and then I'm under genealogy of the Tarathian aristocracy.
Badass, thank you.
Can I ask a very simple question though before you go in, Neil? Bannofix has been busy trying to pick whatever was in his belly button out and has lost the plot of what the conversation was about. What exactly are we trying to do? We're trying to understand.
We're preparing for war because it's coming.
Okay, winter is coming. Explain that. Explain the
So Duke Andrew of Tarathian is sick.
Yep.
He has no direct descendants,
mm-hmm.
and anyone with a claim.
He's pretty old as well, right?
And
he's pretty old. He's like.
And so the assumption that guy that was trying to negotiate with the were-rats and get people on the side, and potentially there's people trying to grab armies and mercenaries getting ready for a fight. Yes, and we're attempting to decide who's got the claim so we can get ourselves on the right side of this, which invariably is wrong because it's usually not the right side that actually wins.
Well, so if I'm looking at this genealogy correctly, Lady Mary of Greystone, who passed away, is in Sir Bannofix of Greystone's genealogy chart in the middle, and if you follow her down,
and our ones.
If you follow her down, then don't you get to your family?
Yeah, our dad is Sir David Gregory, isn't he?
So where's he on this chart?
Is it?
Sir David Gregory.
Huh.
Sir David Gregory looks slightly confused.
No, I'm just looking at it on the chart.
I haven't seen you for like 15 years.
Daddy!
But so our mum, what was her name again? And how did she actually die?
I think that's hold on.
No, because that's his sister.
She's not on this chart, right? She's not on the chart. But she's from a different branch of the aristocracy. She died. She
We're
was
not on the
sick
chart
and died
either.
of natural causes.
yeah.
But Lady Meredith.
Who,
follows
who
the
is...
too.
Sorry,
Now,
what's...
these charts are not necessarily complete. Okay, clearly.
And sorry, who is Sir Clydemont? And who's the lady of Greystone Keep at the moment? What's her name?
Lady Patricia Gregory.
Okay, yes, so she is Lady.
And Sir Clydemont is not. He's not a blood relation.
And are they? So did my father actually marry her? I'm
Yes.
assuming so, given she's Lady. And what's her part in this?
And now Clydemont
Is she actually, for lack of a better term, father shacked up with Sir Clydemont, or is that just part of the sham?
No, she's not. According to Sir Gregory, she's not. According to her, she might be.
Yeah.
just for appearances.
As far as he knows, she's not.
And so, well, she's playing her part, I guess.
So, Aragin, do you have a claim?
Definitely.
Yeah, you'd have to go back about 7 generations, right? So,
But it doesn't matter if the claim's tenuous as long as we're in the strongest position to push it through. That's generally how these things work. It doesn't matter how tenuous, as long as you've got an army behind you or...
Well,
everyone's claim is tenuous. It's just as...
What about a great diviner?
That's kind of what I mean. It's like it's almost irrelevant as to who you pick, right? You don't have to pick the one that's actually got the most right to it. Arguably, though, probably not the Marine supported people. We could just avoid them. Draw a line.
But I think we should possibly spend our time hunting down anyone else with a claim now.
Okay.
Well, that's good. Yeah. But I don't want to get into
Just
the
to talk
whole, killing women and children thing, unless we have to.
Yeah.
So,
so does the Earl of Dunscara is he on? Is he got related to the Duke Andrew of Tarathian? Does he have a claim?
yes, he does, but it's also tenuous. It's obviously like mine. I mean, I'm probably somewhere like 50th in the correct succession, or something stupid, something ridiculous. Maybe I'm in the 100th place. And the Earl of Dunscara, his place is also distant. I don't have his genealogy to hand, and it's not important.
Okay.
He's got no rightful claim.
Well, the title of Earl probably helps a little bit.
And this is the problem.
It is more senior than Sir.
The Duke's father, John the 14th Duke, his only surviving legitimate child is Duke Andrew. So to find legitimate children, we'd have to go all the way back to William, the 13th Duke. And then you've probably got many, but they're distant. Okay. Who knows what the king will do?
Have you met the king before?
Have I made him? No.
Well, I wonder if the Duke. So the Duke's father, John D'Auberville, did he have any other children at all?
No, he just said he didn't. It was just
Yes, he did, but they're all now dead.
Okay.
That's not to say that there aren't. I'm not an expert on this. There may well be there may well be descendants from his other children. The thing is, Duke Andrew is very old now. He's over 70.
Actually, while we're actually, it was a good write-up. I read through that and it reminded me that I'd picked the archery fighting style, and I was just like, I think I made a mistake there.
Yeah, that's all right. We can change that.
I'd like to swap that for blind fighting if possible, since I haven't actually used it.
Blind fighting.
I reckon it's a little bit situational, but
That's like extremely situational.
yeah. But the thing is, I'm never going to be able to do a lot of damage with an arrow. So I don't think it's going to be very useful for me.
What about up close when they engage with you in combat? Do you have sword fighting?
What
It's got a
about
magical
defense
sword now.
then? What about just defense? Because you're always going to be wearing armor of some kind, well, usually,
Yeah, that's not a bad
and
fighting style.
that like bumps up your armor class by 1.
What does
Yeah,
the
but I
blind
won,
fighting one give you?
Basically, it means I have blind sight within range of 10 feet. So magical darkness,
Yeah,
invisible
actually, that's not bad
creatures.
though, eh? That's not bad.
I
That
can
is
see
quite
them
good.
within 10 feet.
Okay. So it's highly situational, but when it matters, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and let's face it, like, I mean, okay, this current creature we're fighting has invisible capabilities. But the thing is, you know, we're often surprised sometimes in total darkness.
Yeah. And obviously, yeah, you can see in the dark to 10 feet as well, then, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sense somehow, right?
That's
yeah,
you sense, that's right.
Yeah, sense,
Yeah, I have blind sight with a range of 10 feet. It basically means that I don't get any penalties when, fighting in total darkness.
Okay, yeah, that's quite nice.
So I mean, it's the defense is tempting, but it's like it's 1 AC point.
Yeah,
It's
just
2.
that you've got a bit of a hit point deficit.
Yes, that's true.
Blind fighting is kind
DM's
of
way of
interesting,
saying,
though, eh?
well, it's just that you're a bit shit.
Yes. This is hard to argue with.
So
For a
is it,
6th level fighter, 32 hit points is like below average, I assume.
is
I
it-
rolled a 1 on a fucking D10.
so I've got a
Unlucky.
question.
One of the little reasons I went for fighters. I want the bigger dice.
I got a question. If there is this fate basically awaiting for you of this great evil, could it be someone trying to eliminate your claim? And if so, who would be the person that would be doing that?
Well, I wouldn't think anyone would be interested in my claim because look at this. And he just shows you. He just shows you on the he just shows you where the Duke of Tarathian is. And then he goes all the way back to John d'Alberville. And then he gets a different page altogether and he traces the line down to Lady Lisa of Alduin and Lady Greystone and Lady Mary of Greystone and then his mother and then himself. It says, my claim is I don't really have a claim.
Okay,
So,
all right. Well, then this Duke Tarathian.
I don't know. I don't know why. I've spent years wondering. I don't have that answer.
Obviously, I'm no expert, but I understand curses and stuff are often the domain of the priesthood in terms of trying to cure them and dealing with them. And I'm just going to take a slight step back, half a step, so I'm slightly behind Dash, and just say if we found a powerful enough priest, do you think we could warp the curse and transfer it to someone else? Let's be pointing at Dash sneakily behind his back.
I don't think so. Nice try.
His eyes go from Aragin to Dash, to Aragin to Dash. He strips his chin a bit. He says,
A sacrificial lamb, if you will.
I'm pretty sure Axonmandus doesn't make mistakes.
I mean, I guess there's a chance that you
I don't
wearing the
think
ring
Chris will
has,
have
has
power
already
over the
caused
curse of
that.
Axonmandus.
What's Dash's genealogy?
Yeah, I don't have a genealogy like this. Mine traces back through to, well, the Sheriff of Greystone. Sorry, not Greystone, the Sheriff of Avatar.
Your kind of lineages,
Tainted.
gutters and whorehouses, I think.
You definitely left off the official charts.
Yeah, I'm not on these charts.
He's not. He's not on. He's not on this one. But Sir
If you-
Bellingham obviously will have. I mean, he's an aristocrat.
Yeah,
I
we'd
wonder
have to
what
think about
Baron's lineage is.
the grasp. But yeah, I mean, if you just think about it in terms of geography, Avatar is close to Tarathian city, so when the Duke does pass away, Sir Bellingham will probably be the first to get there. With
I
any
don't know
sort
how
of,
that's going to see him and his 4 guards. It's probably not going to be enough to
oh, yeah.
secure the.
It's not that much closer than Dunskar.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a
It'll
Duke
be-
closer. But you're right. I mean, the Dunskar is if he's preparing to send an army south.
Well, the thing is, surely this is going to be decided by the king, because Tarathian's just a duchy. Even should you turn up with an army, the
The
king's
king's
got
a
to
long way
ratify.
away.
Yeah, the king's got to ratify your claim, though. Surely.
The king's
So
a
you
long
wouldn't
way
wanna-
away. The king. The last time anybody really cared about what the king wanted was when he marched an army here, and that's back many years ago. Well, the other powerful factions are those in Tarathian itself. There's Sir Robert Grenville, the Lord High Chancellor,
Should we write these
and
down?
there's Sir Andrew Moray, the Castellan. There's Sir Stephen Odyssey, the Lord Inquisitor, and there are probably others. Some of the more and there may be alliances between all of these different factions. I mean, who knows? And there may be others as well. I mean, there are 2 powerful wizards. It will be interesting to find out who they support.
Aussie
The powerful wizards.
Yeah, there's the
Oh,
Aussie.
yeah.
And then there's
Ozymandias.
Aussie. Well, Ozymandias isn't here very often. If he is in Tarathian at the right time, whoever he gives his support to will be very strengthened. But he's often away for months at a time. I was thinking of Theodore Watt and Clarissa Watt.
Are they the 2 that are
They're magicians.
tight with the wolf? Have I got that right, or was that Ozymandias?
Well, I didn't know that. Perhaps they are.
We did see them there with the wolf. I've got that right, haven't I? Does anyone remember
I'm
from
not
back
sure,
in
I can't remember
Dunskara
that.
at the games? Who
Yeah,
were
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
They were.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know what relationship they have to the wolf. If they were there to talk to him, that's very interesting.
Yeah, the wolf is up to no good with what he's doing with these lycanthropes, and not sure what he's exactly what he's up to, but whatever
So
it
it's-
is, he probably needs to be stopped.
Aside from giving us a really good
Well, he's
heads up.
far too powerful to stop on your own. So don't assume you can personally do anything. But
Well, he did
But if
try
you
to
can-
burn Bannofix at the stake and failed, but I do take him in. We certainly won't be opposing him openly.
this one, and he points at Bannofix. What did you do to just your personality, I suppose?
Yeah, he's a heretic.
He's like a cockroach. You think you've stomped on him out, but he's incredibly hard to kill.
And then I'll turn around and go, I'll pull something out of my belly button and go, found it! No problem.
So
Well then,
we're
you'll be
going.
looking for the nursemaid.
Yeah, we're going to head
Guess we better
south
be off.
again. It's probably what, mid-morning or something now, given we came up here at dawn. Does that sound about right?
Much
Well-
later than that. It's like afternoon.
Okay.
So-
Um,
Let's ask him who he thinks we should support in the claim to the duchy before we go. If so, you know, who should we be supporting?
you're just saying this in front of him.
Yeah, we're about to go. I'm like, hold on.
Well-
Who should we be supporting?
Well, I don't know, but I think it's safest if you can work out who's going to win. That would be an excellent choice.
I'm going to give him the
failing that-
strongest eye roll I can. You know what I mean? I'm just going to...
He looks at Bannofix. Is it failing that? Just try and keep out of the way. I will say one thing. I don't think it would be good for the duchy if I mean we know Sir Egon, the Earl of Dunskara, and the Wolf, if they are prepared to ally themselves to the Medine, I think that would be a bad sign if they were to prevail.
Right. Well, I think that could have happened already, right?
But
So,
opposing them openly would be would obviously put yourself in a lot of danger as well. Don't
I'm not
think you
sure.
can just beat people like this.
I'm not sure how many people know that potentially we have a distant claim.
And we have
It might
already
put us. It might put us
found
in the firing
ourselves at
line.
odds with
You
them
don't have a
unintentionally.
distant claim. And he points at this again. He
Well,
says,
Aragin possibly does.
it's but okay, this claim is very,
Very
very
tenuous.
tenuous. There are obviously much closer.
Yeah,
But-
but
but
we
you're-
really, really want it.
Yeah.
So I should, I should
but
count.
your claim to Greystone's stronger, right? So the thing is, shouldn't that be the first objective?
Well, maybe
We
if
don't really have a
one
problem
day
with Sir Clydemont.
it's suitable.
Says Sir Clydemont will I strongly recommend your first priority should be
And that's
keeping
what
out of the way and trying to understand what's going to happen. If you seek the nursemaid, that's a very useful thing to do. And then I would recommend try and learn what you can. Try and keep a low profile.